Imagine standing in a place where every person around you speaks the same language. Everyone understands each other. Thousands of people work together with one goal. Day after day, the sound of hammers fills the air as a huge tower rises toward the sky. It looks like nothing can stop them. But in one single day, everything changes because God steps in. After the great flood, Noah and his family began life again on the earth. God blessed them and told them to have children, fill the earth, and spread across the land. As the years passed, Noah's children had families of their own. Their families became larger and larger until they became many nations. At that time, everyone spoke the same language. Every word was understood by every person. There were no language barriers. A farmer could speak to a builder. A shepherd could speak to a merchant. No matter where they came from, they all understood each other. One day, many people traveled together until they came to a wide plain in the land of Shinar. The land was flat and open. There was enough space for everyone to live together. Instead of spreading across the earth as God had commanded, they decided to stay in one place. As more families arrived, the number of people continued to grow. They built houses, roads, and places to store food. Life became easier because everyone worked together. Then someone shared a new idea.
Raise the stones.
Let us make bricks, they said. The people gathered clay from the ground. They shaped it into bricks and baked them in very hot fires until the bricks became hard and strong. Instead of using stone, they used these bricks for building. They also used tar to hold the bricks together. Their building methods were good, and they became confident. Then they made another plan. They said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." Their words showed what was in their hearts. They were not building the tower because God had told them to. They wanted people to remember how great they were. They wanted their own glory instead of honoring God. They also wanted to stay together instead of obeying God's command to spread throughout the earth. So the work began. Every morning, people carried bricks. Others mixed the tar. Builders stood on wooden platforms and placed one brick after another. Workers passed materials from one person to the next. The children watched their parents work. Everyone had a job. Because they all spoke the same language, the work moved quickly. Instructions were simple. No one misunderstood what another person was saying. The city became larger. The tower became taller. Each week it reached higher than before. The people looked at what they had built and felt proud. They believed nothing could stop them. But God saw everything. The Lord looked down at the city and the tower that the people were building. God knew what they were doing. He saw that they were united, but they were using that unity to disobey Him instead of obeying Him. The problem was not that they were building. The problem was that they were building for their own pride. They wanted to lift themselves up instead of honoring God. Then God acted. He did not send a flood like He had in Noah's day. He did not destroy the people. Instead, He changed something they depended on every moment. He confused their language. One morning, workers arrived at the building site just as they always did. A builder asked another worker to bring more bricks. But the other man stared at him with a confused face. He could not understand a single word. Another worker gave instructions. No one understood. People repeated themselves. They spoke louder. Still, nobody understood. Confusion spread through the crowd. Friends who had spoken together every day could no longer understand one another. Families who shared the same new language stayed together, but they could not understand other families. The work stopped. No one knew what another person wanted. The teamwork that had made the city strong disappeared. Arguments began. People pointed with their hands, trying to explain. Others shook their heads because the words made no sense. The building materials remained where they had been dropped. The tower was left unfinished. The city became quiet. Then the people began to leave. Groups who could understand one another traveled in different directions. Some went north. Others went south. Some traveled east. Others went west. Little by little, they spread across the earth. Exactly what they had tried to avoid happened. God's plan was stronger than their own. The place became known as Babel because there the Lord confused the language of the whole earth. From there, God scattered the people across the world. The unfinished tower stood as a reminder that no human plan can succeed against God's will. The people had worked hard. They had skill. They had strength. They had unity. But they lacked obedience. God was never against people working together.
Keep moving, man!
He was against people joining together in pride and refusing to follow him.